Tips for Creating Videos by Lauren Blanchard,
Brandon Croco,
and Kelly Merrill.
The article 10 Tips for Filming gives valuable advice for filmmakers. Number 1. Use a big net. You will inevitably film more than you need. Filming earlier and ending late helps with the editing process. Number 2. Never rely on software. To get the best quality for your shot, plan it well to begin with. Don't go in assuming it will be edited to perfection. Number 3. Plan, plan, plan. Planning beforehand gives you the best outcome. Number 4. Don't zoom. If proper distance is needed in your film, be sure to zoom before you film and make adjustments slowly. Otherwise, it looks amateurish. Number 5. Good audio equals good video. 3 things go into good audio: headphones, microphones, and a quiet place. Breathing directly on the mic, sniffing, and laughing can be a huge distraction. Remember that noises are amplified. Number 6. Let there be light. A basic rule to remember is that lighting is important. If you are outdoors, make sure the sun is on their face. If you're inside, open blinds and put lights towards your subject from behind the camera. Number 7. The tripod is your friend. Use it whenever you can. Bouncing camera shots can be obnoxious. Number 8. Always retake. It's always better to retake a scene from the beginning. Your film will benefit. Number 9. Questions or no questions. If filming an interview, remember to check audio. Don't look into the camera. Talk as much as possible. Number 10. Thirds, ninths, whatever, as long as it's centered. The best film is usually pleasing and tells a story. By dividing the frame into threes, which is 3 times vertically and 3 times horizontally, and placing the focal points at the 4 intersections of the lines, it keeps your image centered. Good advice is to never cut the image of a person at the knee.
Understanding digital images. Figuring out resolution. The simple answer is, resolution determines the suitability of an image for many uses. When creating a large image, you need to have a higher resolution in order to make it not blurry and make it a nice, clear photograph. This isn't as big of a problem with smaller images, as the resolution doesn't need to be as large. Editing your photographs. The problems and the process are pretty much the same when it comes to editing your photos. When you take a photo from your camera to the computer, the change in size of resolution and change in size can worsen the image integrity, causing it to be extremely blurry when blown up too large. When novices come in contact with enhancing photographs, they get extremely frustrated with this problem. Using your photographs. In today's day and age, photographs are not only used to be printed out and put places. With the digital age and the innovations of digital cameras, you can take photographs and print them on paper, or you also have the option of putting them on the internet, using them in a presentation for school or work, or any kind of multimedia, such as this video right here. And these are meant to be viewed on screen rather than printed on paper. Now, how does this transfer into our classroom? The changes in the digital technology have allowed us to go from exposure to printout in only one class period. We can have students at the beginning of the class period go out, take photographs, come back to the classroom, enhance those photographs, blow them up, work on those photographs, and print them in one class session. And understanding imaging can save you lots of money, time, and effort.
Beyond words, the craftsmanship of digital products. Within this last article, it describes how digital media is a great multidimensional communication tool because it combines images, text, sound, and animation. However, classrooms today still work primarily with the written or spoken words for learning and communicating. For students to be effective, however, in the 21st century, they need to be sophisticated in expressing ideas with multiple communication technologies and not solely written words. Effective communication starts with an author having content that is worth sharing by using such tools as storyboards. As teachers, we need to encourage students to develop content as a genre of communication focused on making their message come alive. Then the goal becomes to artfully mix the technical elements of the media in ways that communicate the message. Within this article, it presents the two key craftsmanship guidelines, which are to use the media in an artful manner and for the purpose of communication. These guidelines thus need to be considered whether you are making films, websites, and any other form of digital products. People process visual information 60,000 times more quickly than narrative information, thus making visual literacy a key 21st century skill for students to master in today's age. Because this is key, various digital products should illuminate content within the message through show rather than written words or speech. Surprisingly, images, like English, have a grammar. For example, one of the rules is not to leave all images displayed for the same duration, since it becomes a boring design strategy. The next big topic is sound. There are 4 types of sound that can be used to illuminate the message. 1. Narration. 2. Guest voices. 3. Ambient sounds. And 4. Music. The last important point within this subject matter is that voices should strive to be performed rather than read in order to add authenticity and variety. Lastly, there is design, something that from beginning to end should be intentional. In the design process, one should not decorate or illustrate, since decorating are those bells and whistles that weaken the message, whereas illustrations are the literal uses of such things as images and sounds that convey the same message. One should then use illuminating, in which all elements combine to create a memorable and effective communication product. Overall, unique messages are a direct result from the design choices made by their author.